I got more question for everybody, and I think it's a good one to end on. When we first started kicking around this idea of this it kind of spurred from something we did in Orlando with the GIS, where we had a panel discussion, and we did talk a little bit about mental health while we were up there, and it was kind of in a different sense at that time. But forgive me for getting touchy-feely for everybody, but how's everybody doing?
Doing great. I mean, I'm fortunate. We're fortunate being in this industry that we have a little bit of normalcy, right? I get to go home to work, back to home, right? And so that it's still kind of normal. My wife's a school teacher as well as like Alex is, and then so she's teaching and all that stuff. So it's a little bit different for her. My girls are doing well. It's just the online school. They're missing sports, playing the lacrosse and all that. But all in general, we're just hitting the reset button. It's kind of I'm trying to take a silver lining in it, I guess. And it's been nice to kind of have movie nights and have card games and cooking dinners together and not having to run all over the place for sports and me working till 5:30 at night and trying to rush home and whatnot. So it's we're doing okay. I mean, we're going to get through this, and it's gonna get better.
Perfect. I agree. Alex, what do you think? What's your take? How you doing?
I gotta agree with Andy. It's definitely a reset on things, and we're fortunate that we're able to work outside and have that sense of routine that we've been used to. But I also think that again, this is sounding a little bit I don't know what the best word for it is, but we grow through adversity in our lives, and for me, it's been good to have that challenge, and it's a little bit exhilarating to see what challenge lies around the corner with this. But I'm really buttressed by seeing my children. They understand that there's something going on that's different, that they're not going to school, that they're not doing their normal activities, but they're still finding joy in every day. I mean, I've sat here for the last hour, and my daughter's on the other side of these French doors dancing around like there's nothing wrong with the world. And it keeps that perspective that, things could be a lot worse. Most of us are fortunate to have our jobs. We have families. We have those other things to look forward to. So it's a bump in the road. It's going to challenge us, but we're going to be a heck of a lot better for it come with it being all over.
Absolutely. Okay, Dan, what's your take? How are you?
I'm doing well. Like the other guy said, we're real fortunate. We get to go outside, work outdoors. I live in sunny Southwest Florida. It's beautiful down here. I mean, it's somewhat normal for me because I'm going back and forth to work, like Andy said. I do kind of feel bad for my son. He's a senior this year in high school, and he's not going to have a graduation. My daughter's graduating from college. She's not going to have a graduation. So that's a little different. But, you look on the bright side of things, everybody's happy and healthy. We're spending some time at home, family time, and spending time together. It's forcing us to spend time together, and it's great. I think it's fantastic. So focus on the bright side.
Good. Very good. Alan, how are you doing? We talk pretty regularly. I know you seem to be pretty upbeat whenever I talk to you. How are you doing?
Yeah, no, great. I mean, like I said, it's nothing I can echo the other guys in that getting out and getting to work every day has been great. It's kind of been nice because we're working a little more limited schedule than I normally would be this time of the year. And with the project, I had a few late nights a couple of weeks ago. But other than that, it's been kind of clocking in and clocking out, if you want, on a kind of a more regular schedule than I normally would be. So it's been kind of nice on that end. It's just kind of getting home. The weirdest part is just getting home, and it's not bedtime immediately. So besides that, the weather probably has been the biggest nightmare up here. It's just been so cold and wet for the last couple of weeks. It's just kind of not being able to get the turf and get going in the spring like you normally would at this point has probably been the bigger challenge. But as far as the disease goes, my life really hasn't changed much. The big thing is just on weekends, which everyone has been off to, which has been awesome. But on weekends, it's just wanting to go for a meal or something like that, and just sitting at home. But life's great. I mean, there's not right now. I can't complain. So it's good.
Very good. Tina, how are things going in your world? You doing good?
Yeah, I've got my good days and my bad days, but you know, my husband's here. He's working from home, so we're together all the time now, and it's great. We go out for walks, and you know, because you know we don't work from home, or we are working from home, you know, and we're not going anywhere except the grocery store. Like that's the only place that we've gone in like the whole month is the grocery store. And so, you know, we get to do a lot of stuff together and walking and biking and, you know, that's pretty much it. I've been doing a lot of gardening. That helps a lot. But it's, you know, and Ken brought up community, and it's real interesting because when we go outside for our walks, there's so many people out walking around, doing stuff with their families. And I don't ever remember seeing so many people out and about with their families doing stuff together. And I every time I see that, I'm like, wow, this is really cool that people are able to do that and be more with family and spend more family time. Because I think we all needed that despite the circumstances. I think it's a good thing for everybody.
One of the things that's been impacted by me is, or had a big impact on me, is just the importance of community, right? You know, just kind of going back to something that Andy said, just to have the call, just to say, hey, how you doing? You know, it's been very interesting how many thank you notes that my wife and I have received just when we go and buy food at a local restaurant. You know, a thank you note for supporting our business. So I think that message, I think readings true for all of us. When anything that we can do to support our local community in this time and support our fellow partners in the industry of just you know, reaching out and saying, hey, how things going? How you doing? What can I do to help you out? In addition to the adjustments that we have to make in our daily roles and our vocations. But I'm hopeful that, you know, we'll be back to normal, whatever that normal is going to look like soon, and we'll be able to get back out and visit with people and finish the year strong.